Okay.
All right.
So this is trekking number 22. As you might notice, we're a guy down.
Yeah.
Folks. We are down an essential member of the trekyeah team. What do we call him essential? Because we're doing this right now.
He's a founder.
Maybe you can guess.
Okay. Well, what happened to him? We should tell everybody about the thing.
Should we?
Yeah. This is going great, dude. It's pretty early here. Andy got deported last night for being a ranga.
A ranga. Yeah. They don't take too kindly to them over here.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's not what happened to him. He's okay. But I'll leave it up to him to tell you what happened.
Pretty crazy story. Pretty crazy.
Might involve sleeping. It is 7:30 a.m. So anyway, let's dive right into the week.
All right.
Let's just dive right in. So
the week.
Walker got a bike.
Yeah, here on Instagram you can check it out. Here's the bike. It's over here in full form. This is the second bike. The first one smelled like gas or something, so everybody was complaining. It did kind of stink up this living room because you got to park it inside. That's another thing. It's I don't really have anywhere to park it outside. Our alley locks, but still it's sketchy. So we just roll it into the living room, and this one it's got some balls on it. It can go. It's a little too fast. I've been and then stop and go. But I'm getting good at it.
Yeah. Also, I'm eating some Domino's. They do have Domino's here, but if you're ever in Vietnam, don't order the Domino's with the sausage. The sausage is gross here. So go pepperoni only, and you'll be great. So
Supreme's pretty good.
Next time you're in, I know, but Supreme comes with the sausage, so it's a no-go.
Okay.
Walker has a real teaching job. Do you have any teaching stories for this week?
Mostly I'm teaching kindergarten. I'm teaching kindergartners English. They're 4 and 5 years old. And it's more like daycare than teaching. I'm teaching them phonetics. This is A. A goes ah, and then a couple 3 words that start with A. But it's great. I mean, it's wild. We just laugh most of the time. I got some kids that are just they're so young that they're not really trying to learn, but they are trying to laugh. So we'll just break down laughing. It's pretty fun. That's about it. Real stories. There's not much. Things have been going pretty smooth.
Sick.
Yeah.
My teaching stories, I don't think I have any. I don't know. My kids are chill. I will say, I don't know if I've said this in a trekking before, but I used to not really like kids at all, or be good with teaching them, and I've begun to actually enjoy teaching kids. So that's kind of cool.
I think that's something that in America, if you're, we were 20-year-old young men. And you don't really, unless you have young kids in your family, in American culture, you don't really interact with young kids.
I never did. Yeah.
Neither did I. It's...
And then when they're running around at the family reunion, okay, hey there. Whoa there. Keep your distance.
But it's in public, you got stranger danger. So whatever, you're not kids are vigilant. And there's not really those publics, in Iowa, it's farmer's market or some public family event, but we didn't really go to that. We just bars and
there's plenty of other areas. Yeah. So Andy's not here, obviously, but he does have one teaching story that I will enlighten you guys with. So he picked up Walker's classes, if you remember, which involves the poop kid. By now you should know the poop kid. He poops in class. Walker's got some good stories there. Well, now Andy has them. And from what I understand, the kid has successfully pooped for Andy as well. So we could maybe call him a performer at this point.
Yeah.
He just puts on a show and does his best to impress.
So that's the thing about teaching online is we're in these people's homes. And so some people, they these kids, Poop Kid, he hardly ever wears pants. He's wearing his underwear, diaper, or whatever.
Same thing as me, dude.
And he'll stand up on camera and just you'll be trying to teach him and he'll just be ah! He's not too smart either, so he just screams a lot. So he'll be like, here, say good morning, and he just, good morning! Which is probably really loud.
Sorry guys.
Anyways.
It's Sunday night. Okay.
Anyways, he just screams, and yeah, so then he like pulls out a bucket and just starts doing his business, which is cool.
Also, we complained about the karaoke concert next door last week. You got to find a better setup for that.
Okay.
We complained about the karaoke next door last week. They love karaoke, especially on the weekends. And so it's been a 2-day marathon. Saturday was about an 8-hour session, and Sunday was another about 8 or 9 hour session of karaoke. So really, great to have neighbors who love karaoke so much, because I am passionate about it. And they invited Walker.
Yeah, they did. I was like coming home, and I was like, hello, and they like pointed down, but I was leaving for this Tinder date, so I like closed the door slowly and had to reject it.
As he slinked away from the Vietnamese karaoke.
Yeah.
But then he went on a Tinder date.
Yeah, it was decent. It was like an hour long. She was an hour late. I was sitting there sweating.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. It was all right.
And next thing, so we mentioned how we build a community. Like everywhere we go, we move a lot. For me, it's been like I go to the same cafe every day, and so for me, it's that staff.
Yeah.
Like they're happy to see me every day. I'm happy to see them. Do you have anybody yet?
I have my school. There's a bunch of the office people, and there's like 3 teachers at my school. It's pretty small, but a lot of like Vietnamese staff. So that's cool. Then I have, for a while there, I had the one-armed noodle lady down the street.
She's got one arm?
She has 2 arms, 1 hand.
So
a one-handed noodle lady. I don't want to tie that to her, but it's kind of
it's
defining
defining.
feature.
It's pretty defining.
She makes some good noodles. They're open late, so.
Cool. Dude, I saved somebody's bike yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah. I was walking down the street, and this guy was like trying to bike it back out of a building, and it got the leg got caught on something.
Like the kickstand?
The kickstand got caught on one of the ramps with the gaps in it, And so it about tipped over and about knocked over another bike, but I like hopped in and I'm holding his bike.
Yeah.
And the girl whose bike it is was like, oh, like doing this. And it's a pretty nice bike, so I'm like holding it. And the guys, they're like, both like, thank you very much. And the guy's like, oh, like, oh. And I was like, oh, like, thanks. Anyway, so I saved a bike.
You remember that guy on the first day? This is not the first time Evan's had his muscles felt up. He's been groped multiple times. The first day we were here, we were hanging out in downtown Ho Chi Minh City.
So
and
gross.
There's this old man, like a creepy uncle, who was walking around and said he wanted to take Evan to Hong Kong, and he's feeling his pecs.
It was so gross.
He was like handing the shirt.
And I didn't know if it was a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Because it was our first day in Vietnam. I was like, is this like something people do here? I'm kind of uncomfortable with this. Anyway, about the 4th peck grab, I stopped dealing with it.
Yeah. He's going to take you to Hong Kong, baby.
Yeah, he was gonna take me to Hong Kong with him.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. Jonathan, anybody from Prairie? Jonathan Langenberg visited us. Okay, I don't know if you remember who that is, but Jonathan Langenberg came to Ho Chi Minh, and we took him to a snail.
Gone.
We took him to a hop and snail joint. Like, this is some underground snail shit.
Yeah.
Like,
there's this restaurant deep in the heart of Ho Chi Minh City. It's like within this block.
You gotta take alleys to get there.
Only access is through these winding alleys, and you gotta it's one of those places that like you have to know somebody who knows about it. You can't see it. You can't see it. It's one of those magical places where, it's like in Harry Potter. We'll do another Harry Potter reference today. Those they're called kremlings, I think, the little horses that are dead that you can only see if you've seen a person die.
This guy.
It's the wrong name, but we'll see if anybody corrects me.
Also, Andy's we think he's still asleep, but he's not here.
He's definitely still asleep.
Yeah, he's definitely still asleep. We know he's asleep. So
unless if he shows up, maybe we'll.
Anyway, go on about the dead horses thing.
Okay, so in Harry Potter, there's these horses.
Well,
that...
they got that. The
Yeah.
next part.
So this restaurant is like that place. Only someone who has gone before can see the opening. So like I went with my Vietnamese ex-girlfriend, and then I took these guys. So now they've gone. So then Jonathan now has the onus that like, if he ever comes back, he has to bring someone to that place.
He does.
Pass it on.
He does, totally. And the thing about so we go walk in that place. This is Andy's first time, and Andy's like, dude, this place is like Texas Roadhouse, because it's like it's a secret place, but it's packed. It's full of Vietnamese people because it's great snails. It's there it is, dude. We got it.
It's a thestral. There we go.
Thanks,
Thank
Maddie.
you, Maddie. A thestral.
What'd you call him? A crinkle?
A kremling.
Kremling. Anyway, so we went to Snail Place. Then we also went to my favorite pizza joint with Jonathan. That was fun.
4 Ps.
Yeah.
I want to touch on why I think the Snail Place is so good.
Go for it.
The snails are decent, but they have this like salt and pepper mix that's like 50% MSG. So that's gotta play a point apart.
That pure MSG.
So good. By the way, I'm gonna go snag.
He's going to grab his MSG bag. He likes to show it off to people.
You can just buy this stuff here. This is like maybe 10. I don't know how many grams. I'm not a grams guy, but this is pure MSG right here.
People talk crap about MSG in the States, but here they really embrace it.
It's really like not that bad for you. If you do some research, you'll find some internet websites that tell you it's chill. So that's all the stuff I needed to. Yeah, I'm unaffected by it.
Yeah, I'm totally normal.
Yeah, I'm totally good.
And well, yeah, I guess that's pretty much the week. We want to start doing a thing. We have a lot of inside jokes. We want to start telling you guys about the joke of the week that's been going on, like the inside joke. And the inside joke of it's from my computer, Santi. My MacBook. Anyway, joke of the week.
Wasting our time.
The joke of the week is more of a you and Andy thing, but since Andy's not here, I'm gonna fill in for Andy.
Yeah. So this week, we always, we're in this cocoon of the three of us. Now I get out of the house to go teach, but even with that, like you get these weird we'll just go in these modes where we just have these jokes.
Same joke for like 48 hours. We don't say anything but that joke.
And the other night we were like impersonating like a 70s diner woman. And, hey, Toots, what can I tip you off here, Toots? What can I do this for? And hey,
and I can't even do that. So it'd be more funny if Andy was here, but we had to do it because Andy has really just let us down.
Yeah, he's better at it than me. But
at letting us down?
No, at the
Okay.
hey, Tootsie,
yeah, Andy's
what
better.
can I do this for?
For sure.
I ain't seen you around here before.
We do. Last thing I'll say is we have a couple really cute neighbor kids who are like riding their bikes in the alleyway, and whenever you come back home, they smile and they're happy to see you, and you can throw them a high five on the way home. And usually, like if the door's open, like one of the kids will just hang out at the door and just wait for us to close it and just be kind of like hanging out with us.
Yeah. One of them tried to. It was like I think it was the little dude. I was on my bike and I pulled my bike in up the ramp, and then he was like pushing his bicycle.
coming into the house.
Oh no! I like
to hang out
like,
with us.
No.
Cool. Well, I think that's it. We're gonna watch Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Anybody got anything they want to say about Game of Thrones?
You got any questions?
Well, yeah. I guess we'll ask. Is there any questions about our week about Vietnam? And then after that, we're gonna log off and we're gonna watch God in 15 minutes. I'm gonna eat probably half of a Domino's pizza.
Oh.
Just saying. What's the best chow out there? Good question, Jake.
What's the best?
Thanks
chow?
for joining us, Jake.
What's your Evan's favorite is pizza.
I eat a lot of pizza still. Yeah. I've gotten Domino's I think 3 or 4 times in the past 2 weeks, but they've got a killer deal on the weekends.
It's amazing.
It's buy one get one free every weekend, and it translates to a pizza for
like $440, right? 100,000 dong.
Yeah, 100,000
dong. So $440 for a large
Domino's pizza. Now that is a good deal.
Eat your heart out, Little Caesars. That's a beautiful.
So there's that, but I'd say Vietnamese food for me is Gomchienbo Luklok.
Okay. It's like rice with beef stroganoff almost.
It's beef, pepper, onion, and rice, and it's a fantastic meal. And so I'd say that's my favorite food. What about you, Walker?
My favorite is they do this like it's called broken rice. It's this if you imagine a grain of rice and then they're like broken in half like this. They're like little round balls of rice but they're tiny or half rice sized, and they come with a bunch of different meats. My favorite is this. It's like they give you a fatty slab of pork that is like thick and marbled and has a nice like inch of fat on top.
That's good.
And it's been soaked in this salty whatever water with an egg, and it
sometimes a
just
meatball
falls apart in your mouth.
Dan Gunn says, and Arya is dumb. Now, I have never in all my years.
Andy would be
upset. Yeah,
right
he'd
now.
be offended by that.
Yeah.
I do think that the big reveal in this episode of Game of Thrones is going to be that Gandalf actually comes back.
He rides in on a thestral.
Yeah, or a Kremling.
Yeah.
So I think Gandalf is back this episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see who the mother is myself. I can't wait till they do the big reveal. Well,
Maddie said I think Dan and I are the only ones who hate Arya. I think that's quite possible.
Yeah.
We haven't even watched it yet, Emily. It's not even out. Oh wait, she's not caught up.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, don't worry. Gandalf is a non-essential character.
Yeah.
Except he decides pretty much the outcome of the whole season. So I did give it away. Cool. Last call for questions, and then we're peacing out.
One more quick round.
I gotta have time to heat up my Dominoes before Game of Thrones starts.
You're gonna heat it up, dude?
Cold. I'll have 2 pieces cold, 1 heated. Just saying.
What's your guys' take on cold pizza versus hot pizza?
I'm not gonna ask him that.
Sometimes I prefer cold pizza. Like I'll throw it in. I won't eat it. I'll wait.
I am on the same page as you. Okay, well,
all right.
I guess we're leaving then. So thanks for joining us. Peace. Enjoy Game of Thrones. Enjoy Rick and Morty if you watch it later on. And we will see you guys next week.
We'll see you later, Toots.
See ya, Toots. All pizza is good pizza. That's my
yeah, pin that. Yeah, there we go.